is Arabian Peninsula. You know where that is, don't you? Right in the middle is where we were stationed. And this is our pavilion. We have our swimming pool there, and it's a bar here and whatnot. We did a lot of drinking until one of the king's sons, more or less, wanted to buy. There was a British consulate there, and the prince liked his wife, and he wanted to buy his wife. And he told him to go jump, and the prince killed. And after that, there was no whiskey. Up to that point, if you're a bachelor, you were allowed 10/5 a month. If you were married, you're allowed 20/5 a month. Every month. That was a good bargaining. They did good bargaining then, but then after the British consulate was killed, they cut out all liquor then. Everybody had their own little still. And there's somebody diving in backwards. But if you did get polluted and drank too much when they allowed whiskey there, if you jumped in the pool, you would be sent back home, meaning you were truly inebriated. This is the dining hall. And there's the whiskey department. There's the mail for mailing, and I'm trying to think what the other one was. A very populated area. There's another picture going down the block. There's where I worked. And you see the 4 columns there? Yeah. On the first column on the right, that was my office on the first floor, right in the back there. Well, here we went on a boat ride. That's a little cruiser. They had that when they were building the whole area there. And so on weekends, they'd have different areas where they'd go to, and you'd sign up for a day from the cruiser. The tide was low, so we had to get in a little dinghies to go to inland. There's a little island. See, and here some came with, see how low the tide is? Oh, here's my architect buddy, Massimo Galli, real nice friend. Story here, maybe I've told it to you already. We were allowed to go up there, and it was a pathway, but it was, going round and round. And I got up there, and I've been so so engrossed in taking pictures that I looked around and nobody was behind me. They all left. So going back, it was a slanty circle, but I came to a place that I didn't realize there was a left and a right, and instead of going right, I went left. And I walked into the harem, the bathing pool, and there were about 25 ladies there. And I had my picture, I had my Leica, and thoughts ran, if you're caught in a harem, that's pretty bad. So I didn't take a picture. But anyway, guess what all the ladies did? Okay. They ran over and got a veil, and they covered their faces. That would have been a nice sequence of shots. But I ran out of there, and I mixed with the crowd so nobody saw where I was. Okay. Now this is a cool place, quite a ways away from Dhahran, close to the Nile River. And we drove in there, and in these caves, it was about 58 degrees, and it was 125 outside. This is like, it got pretty cool. In winter, it'd get down to about 34 degrees. Yeah. And there we got a fire going. And this is what they call a GOSP. We had a lot of them. That's a gas oil separation plant. But we had so much natural gas, we didn't know what to do with it because there was nobody that used gas. Yeah. So we had to burn it. But now here at night we're burning it. it did light up the desert nice. So if you're out in the desert, you knew how to walk back